What's up, guys? Right. So, first thing, my last video that I made yesterday, I don't know what happened to the audio, but it kept on making this clicking noise, and it was obnoxious, so I'm sorry about that. I want to talk about something a little different today. The school system, if you read from the title. So, I was in the school system since I was a little kid, as most of us were. And the first proper year that I was in school, I was diagnosed with the ADHD. They put me on these pills that weren't helping me, telling me there was something wrong with me because I couldn't sit still, trying to convince me that there was something wrong with me. And it's so messed up. Because almost everybody, there has to be at least one or a few people that are watching this video that have been diagnosed with some form of ADHD. But if you really think about it, being told that there's something wrong with you because you can't sit still, there's something wrong with that. That can't be an actual disorder. The school system is made to hold people back. Sometimes, in some circumstances, the reason it's here is to keep people indoctrinated and programmed. Why do you think they make it illegal? If you don't show up to school, your parents can get charged. Anything. And if you're not homeschooled, if you're not going through any type of education, you could get charged, your parents could get charged. They make it like that for a reason. If something was really good for you, why would they make it almost like a prison? And the reason I wanted to make this video today, I was thinking last night after I made my last video about school and how it really messes a lot of people up, including someone like me, psychologically, and how it keeps people low. I told you guys in my last video that I was at home. It was during the pandemic when I discovered improvement. I woke up to all the other topics I talk about in my videos. And what I think is just messed up is that if the school was really good for you, how would it take, the thing that's most messed up about it is that it took a pandemic, someone like me sitting at home, just to wake up and start working on our lives. If it wasn't for online, I was probably still, I don't even, it's kind of scared to think where I would be today. I'd probably still be using social media, doing bad things. It's really messed up. And so, basically, when I went on lockdown, I was in the I was at the end of my 7th grade year. Like I said, near the spring break. And when I went on lockdown, it was for the entirety from spring break all the way to the last day of school. I never went back from the last couple months, from April, May, whatever I had left. And then I spent the entirety of 8th grade year online. And then when I went back, and after the end of the summer, it didn't feel right to just experience all these great things, all these changes, all this knowledge, just to going back to doing the same crap that I was doing. It felt weird. When I went back that day, I was walking the same path back to school, and from school, I was with the same people. And it's like after all of that, why am I trying to go back to the same way I was living before. And the reason for that was just because they want to keep you in there. They want to keep you in there. It was my freshman year when I went back. The time when everybody should be caring about school. And I was struggling the most. I failed that my freshman year. Because I didn't know what to do. I wasn't learning nothing. I was progressing. And after that, I didn't even want to go back. I didn't even know why I was going there. I remember I would go an entire day without even touching a single pencil or grabbing a single sheet of paper or writing anything down, because I just couldn't process it. Why are we all still doing this after everything that happened previously? Like me, I was never really treated well at school. So when we went on the pandemic, it never really affected me as it did many other people. Most people were missing their friends, most people were missing their teachers. Well, me, there was literally no reason for me to miss it besides the fact that I was crushing on this girl. Stuff like that. I'll cover in another topic in my videos one of these days. But that was literally the only reason why I actually cared. But if not for that reason, I probably would have not even given a shit at all. And that's what's crazy about it. It's like, dang. When I was in school, I used to get in trouble a lot. I always got reflection sheets. I always got red cards. Whatever you guys had in school to prove that you were bad or to send home to your parents, whatever you guys had to do, I probably had to do that too, multiple times. From reflection sheets, red cards, anything of it. When I was a little kid, I would be in class and I would get in trouble so much that kids used to make stuff up and say that I did something. I would be sitting right next to a student and they would say, "Hey, he hit me," without even having any proof. And I would always go home and my parents would beat my ass even though I didn't actually do nothing. And that's when I found out that this place, it isn't good for many people, you know? Don't get me wrong, there are people that thrive, they're happy doing that. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people are just able to get through this shit, pass it with flying colors. And good for you. And good for you. But for most of us, it was almost difficult to do that. As a kid, you're not supposed to be sitting in a chair surrounded by fake lighting all day. All day. And you can't even count the 30 minutes for 8 hours out of the day, 30-minute lunch break, outside break. When I was in elementary school, from 1st grade to 5th grade, we had a playground set, and then they just gradually, when I was in middle school, we never had a playground set, and our lunch times and our outside times would just be shorter. But in high school, it would just be some people wouldn't even leave campus unless they were just going to go get some food or something. And most people would just sit inside all the time. And it's dang. When I was a kid, I used to have a lot of people around me that I used to think were my friends. I don't know why I keep saying, "Oh, when I was a kid." Nah, shit. everybody in school as a kid. But when I used to think everybody was my friend, and I like to tell you guys that it's really rare to find a real friend in school nowadays. Most people, it's just like they don't care about you, you know? They don't care. Most of the people that I thought were my quote unquote friends were the ones that were fucking getting me in trouble for things I didn't do, you know? When I was in school, I'm still almost in school. But what was the most messed up part was that society accepts this. You know? If your kid went up to you and said, hey, he wants to thrive, he wants to grow, he doesn't want to sit in a chair all day, your parents would probably look at you like you're an idiot, and the only way you can grow is to sit in a chair all day. And it's just, I don't know. I made this video because I feel like I'm the only one. I know I'm not the only one that has this opinion. It feels like they did better during the pandemic and feel like they progressed more during the pandemic. But even so, it's just so bizarre. Everybody in those places is against you. The only way you can really still stay sane is just stay by yourself. If you can, just get out of there. Just be careful. Watch yourself in those places. Those places aren't here to help. They're here to keep you locked up. Bye. See you guys.